Welcome back to yet another event guide. We have arrived at our first event of June, being Lead to Shine More. This event will run from the 10th of June to the 18th of June and is a more jump unit focused marathon event in the cool attribute. The focus character for this event is Haruka, with the rest of more jump and their virtual singer acting as supporting cast. With this being a regular marathon event, we have 2 exchange shop card, with more jump Len taking the 2-star slot with his card Let Your Individuality Shine More. Len is a healer skill card in the pure attribute, and due to this he has no future usability as it currently stands on the Japanese server. Taking the 3-star slot instead is Airi, with her card Lending a Professional's Wisdom to Others. Airi is an happy attribute card with a scorer skill called an Upperclassman's Dignity. Because Airi is of the happy attribute, she will see use in 2 future events. The first event she will see use in is Grow Glorious Glow, that will run from December 11th to December 19th. And in the gacha for this event is Shizuku, Minori, and more Jump Miku, meaning of course that Airi is of higher gameplay value because she's only ever available with a 50% bonus for Grow Glorious Glow. The second event Airi will see use in is Sheer with My Heart, that will run from May 23rd to May 29th, 2026. In the gacha for this event is Airi, Minori, and more Jump Mako, meaning of course that Airi is lower gameplay value for this event, as she is available in the gacha with a 70% event bonus instead. And of course, both of these exchange shop cards will be available through the event exchange shop once the event opens for the standard exchange shop card prices. And of course, the gacha running alongside the event is called Going Up the Stairs, that will run from June 10th to June 20th. And this is a standard permanent gacha, meaning that these cards will enter the standard gacha pool once the event ends. This gacha will also have a pity bar and will be using the permanent stickers and vouchers. And of course, the cards added with this gacha are considered the focus cards for this event, meaning they will grant the 70% event bonus for being the event focus cards in event team building. And finally, all 3 new cards added with this gacha will match the event attribute being cool. But due to this attribute, none of the cards have any future usability as it currently stands, meaning I will omit that section entirely for the cards. But of course, we start off with the focus character of this event, Haruka, and her card Get Closer and Work Together.
花を並べるときはこんな風に
Haruka is a scorer skill card with the skill name Matching Beliefs and Dreams, and scorer skill cards will grant a 100% score bonus for 5 seconds at talent level 1. With Haruka's new costume being called Sparkle of Resolve. And Haruka has 2 new upcoming limited cards. Haruka's first new limited card comes from the event Chase My Ideal Idol, that will run from July 31st to August 7th. Her second new limited card comes from the event Unfading Wishing, where she's a Bloom Festival exclusive card, meaning she will only be available between December 31st and January 4th. And for rerunning gachas, she has 3 upcoming ones. Remember, as always, the second rerun of any given limited gacha is the final rerun before the gacha is fully discontinued and the cards enter the Recollection Festival gacha pool. For more information about the Recollection Festival and all that it entails, check out my general guide linked down in the description. The first gacha we will encounter for Haruka is the final rerun of the Flight to the Futures gacha in October. This is then followed by the first rerun of the gacha as Autumn Dusk Wanes in November, with no second rerun yet confirmed on the Japanese server. With the final rerunning gacha for Haruka being Photogenic Valentine, that will have its first rerun in February, with no second rerun of course yet confirmed. So Haruka definitely has some solid choices, but moving on to our second character in the gacha, we have Shizuku and her card Cooking to Give You Energy.
味見お願いしてもいいですか
And Shizuku is a perfect locker skill card with the skill name The Job of the Health Committee. And perfect locker scale cards will make all bad and higher taps into perfects for 5.5 seconds, as well as grant an 80% score bonus for 5 seconds at talent level 1. With Shizuku's new costume being called Sparkle of Trust. Milk at the editing desk here with a small correction. As I was getting ready to publish this video, I remembered that Shizuku do in fact have future usability out of these 3 cards. Shizuku will see use in the event Wonder Horror Test of Courage that will run from August 31st to September 9th. In the gacha is Honami, Mafyu, and Emu, meaning of course that Shizuku is of higher gameplay value as she's only ever available with a 50% bonus during this event. And Shizuku keeps up the pattern Haruka established with 2 new limited cards and 3 rerunning gachas. The first costume for Shizuku will of course come from the same event as Haruka, Chase My Ideal Idol, that will run from July 31st to August 7th. While her second one comes from the event Put Your Heart Into This One Stitch that will run from January 31st to February 8th, 2026. With Shizuku's first rerunning gacha being the final rerun of the Darkness Festa that will start on June 27th and run to July 6th. This is then followed by the first rerun of the City of Spirits gachas in July, with the second rerun confirmed for January 2026. With Shizuku's final rerunning gacha being shared with Haruka being As Autumn Dusk Wanes, that once again will have its first rerun in November with no second rerun yet confirmed on the Japanese server. So Shizuku and Haruka definitely have some limited card overlap if you're interested in them, but our final character in the gacha is KAITO with his card, The Ultimate Performance. KAITO is another scorer scale card with the scale name Are You Ready? And scorer scale cards once again will grant 100% score bonus for 5 seconds at talent level 1. With KAITO's new costume being called Sparkles of Smarts. And KAITO has 1.5 new limited upcoming cards with 2 rerunning gachas. KAITO's standard limited card comes from the same event as Haruka, Unfading Wishing, but unlike Haruka, KAITO is an event character, meaning he will be available between December 31st and January 9th, while his semi-limited card of course comes from the Virtual Singer World Link event called With You at the beginning of Sekai that will run from August 17th to August 29th. And remember that unlike the Unit World Link cards, the Virtual Singer World Link cards are available in all mixed event gachas instead of the Unit focus ones. As for rerunning gachas, the first one we will encounter is the final rerun of the Imperial Soldiers gacha in September, which is then followed by the first rerun of the Play with Dogs gacha, also known as the 3.5 anniversary, in April, with no second rerun of course yet confirmed. But that covers all of the details on the cards added with the gacha going up the stairs, so instead we can look towards the event team building for this event. And as always, remember this is a unit focused event, meaning all virtual singers, as long as they are in the correct attribute and unit, being Murmur Jump and Cool, can grant the 50% bonus in event team building. But jumping straight into the event team building, let's look at the asterisks for the 2-star and 3-star cards. And this time around we have 4 cards that needs to be mentioned. The 2-star Haruka featuring Tuxedo Sam is of course from the Sanrio collaboration event, meaning it is a limited card wholly unavailable if you did not pick it up during the Sanrio collaboration in January. Both the 2-star Shizuku and the 3-star Airi come from the same event, from the Marks Left Behind, with the 3-star Minori coming from the event right after Relaxed Tea Time. And both of these events has yet to enter the standard gacha pool, so if you did not play during your relaxed tea time or from the marks left behind, you will not have access to the 3-star Irie, Minori or 2-star Shizuku. But having gotten the notable 2-star and 3-star cards out of the way, let's look towards the 4-star selection. And this time around we have 6 events that has brought more than one character to the roster. 2 of these events are limited and 4 of them are permanent. The first of the limited events that brought more than one card is the More Jump unit focused event Tied by the Painful Hope that brought a Haruka, a Minori and a More Jump Rin. With the second limited event also being a unit focused event, The Warmth of a Guiding Hand that brought a Haruka, a Shizuku and an Irie. With the 4 permanent event in order being as follows. The first of the permanent event we saw is My Color that brought a Shizuku, an Irie and a More Jump Luca. This is then followed by another unit focused event in the form of Chasing the Sparkle Beyond the Blue Sky that brought an Irie, a Shizuku and a More Jump Mako. This is then followed by the More Jump second arc ender Step by Step that brought a Minori, an Irie and a More Jump Len, which is then finally capped off with a mixed event This Way That Way Zookeeper Day that brought both a Minori and a More Jump Luca. And this is basically our roster, as we only have one more card outside of these events. The card in question being Haruka's Colorful Festival exclusive card. And as an additional bonus, we have 3 birthday cards available. This in the form of the first year Shizuku and Minori and the third year Irie. And this is our final selection. And I do think that this event team building is on the better side. It is not great, Minori is definitely a massive problem, but she has gotten a lot better since we ran into her during Step by Step. It is also quite a detriment that not all 5 of the slots can be filled with 3-star cards that are readily available in the gacha pool as it currently stands. But there is quite a variety of 4-star alternatives when it comes to the virtual singers, something that isn't as common as you'd think it'd be. Of course, this event team building is heavily favored towards people who are More Jump fans, as basically all of the cards comes from More Jump unit focused events. But I do think that the 4-star selection is large and varied enough that many people are probably capable of building a team with at least 2 or 3 4-stars. As well as the 3-star selection at least being solid enough to fall back on with 4 of the slots available. Once again, I don't think it is an amazing team building, but I do think it is on the better side. With once again the biggest thorn being Minori and the 3-star not being able to fill all 5 slots. But I'm pretty confident that a lot of people can build a team with at least 260 to 270 event bonus without any major issues. But of course, that is very personalized and I cannot speak for everyone. But I think that that covers my thoughts and opinions on the event team building for this event. So once the event concludes, we will see an afterlife. The afterlife will be available between June 18th and June 19th, and participating during the allotted time period will grant you 300 crystals and a stamp. The stamp this time around of Haruka called Leave It To Us. Finally, with this being a unit focused event, we of course have a commissioned song called Supernova version and a virtual singer version with 3 alternative vocals coming later. The alt vocals being of Haruka, Shizuku and KAITO, and they should be releasing around May 23rd, 2026. So if you're a big fan of either of these characters, you can look forward to the Supernova covers then. But with that, we have covered everything you need to know about the event Lead to Shine More. And the question is, as always, should you pull from the Going Up the Stairs gacha? And the answer is, as always, yes. If you love these cards, you should definitely go for them if you have the funds available. With that being said, I do have some personal opinions I can share. The lack of future usability for these cards in tandem with the large roster of cool attribute More Jump cards does mar the value of this set in my opinion. Of course, you should never pull purely because of the future usability, but with how many cards are available for Haruka and Shizuku in the cool attribute and the varied selection of more Job virtual singers, I don't really see these having as big of a value if you don't really love the card art and the costumes. And personally, I think that the card art for this set is beautiful with a lot of character and a lot of great ideas in the card art going for them. But the costumes themselves feel very bland. I genuinely feel like we've already seen this costume set several times before. Like, I genuinely feel like this set is very alike Little Bravers. And that makes it harder for me to get excited and really recommend you go for this set, because I don't feel like it is a new, unique set that really showcases more Jump in a way that makes them feel unique and stand out. But those are of course only my personal opinions, so instead tell me what you feel about this event down in the comments. And while you're down there typing away your comment, make sure you're subscribed, have left a like, and share this video with a friend, as all of these things help me immensely in my growth as a channel. And of course, finally, I want to extend a warm thank you to all of my patrons for continuously supporting me. With an extra big and warm thank you to all of my append players, being Bambi, Charlie Toyasm, Gabby C, Helen P001 Star, Katie, Mia Marie 21, Opal Siren, Peterish, Ramaru, Shoop, Snobby Hickory, and Veritas Uwu. All of you guys are genuinely amazing, no matter which Patreon tier you are on, and I am forever grateful that you are willing to continuously supporting me in my endeavor to make the best Project Sekai content out there. And if you wanna help me that little bit extra, a link will be down in the description to my Patreon. But with that, I think I have rambled long enough and managed to cover everything, so I will not keep you here any longer. Let's get out of here for the week.